This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, 2 men are calling all archers to take aim for the Hazleton Archery Club. That and more community news next on FYI. Hi everyone, this is FYI. I'm Ken Kara. Janine Mazurkevich has that story about the Hazleton Archery Club, and Lisa Sugar talks with State Representative Tara Toohill in just a little bit. But first, we start with headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The investigation continues into one attempted and one successful bank robbery in our area yesterday. The first happened at 1:20 in the afternoon at First National Community Bank on West Broad Street in Hazleton. Hazleton Detective David Roddick tells FYI that a man attempted to enter the bank but was denied entry. He did make it into the foyer where this surveillance photo was taken. A search ensued that also included the state police helicopter. Meanwhile, less than an hour later and just 10 miles down the road, the Muk Chunk Trust Company on Route 309 in Rush Township was robbed. Police believe it was the same man. The armed robber with pantyhose pulled over his face made off with an undetermined amount of money. Rush Township Police Sergeant Dwayne Frederick said the suspect was wearing white-rimmed sunglasses with a Philadelphia Phillies baseball hat. The getaway car was described as a Ford Explorer Sport Track 4-door pickup truck. Police released this photo and believe the truck to be navy blue or dark green. The license plate was stolen, but police are unsure if the vehicle was. Sergeant Frederick asked anyone who may know someone with a vehicle like this and no longer sees it around to call police immediately. Now, the truck was later involved in a hit-and-run accident on Poplar Street in Hazleton, and a small amount of money was recovered. The truck will have heavy front-end damage. Police believe 2 people are involved. However, they are not sure if it was 2 men or a man and a woman. Anyone with information should call police immediately. There was another late-night assault in the city of Hazleton. It happened around 11:45 Tuesday night in the area of 5th and Alder Streets. According to police, the group assaulted an older man and stole a black wallet. The suspects are described as 5 to 6 Hispanic males with long hair. No word on the condition of the victim. Anyone with information is asked to contact Hazleton Police. Flames ripped through a Monoy City row home on Tuesday night, and this is video courtesy of TamaquaArea.com. The fire broke out just after 6 p.m. on Tuesday in the 200 block of Center Street. A state police fire marshal will help determine the exact cause. No residents were home at the time and no one was injured. However, a firefighter was taken to the hospital for heat-related injuries. And here's a warning of a scam involving a man posing as a water company employee. According to police, a white male wearing a blue uniform and hat with an employee ID card on a chain around his neck posed as a water company employee to gain entry into a home on South Manhattan Court around 4:15 on Tuesday. He made off with a purse and house keys belonging to the victim. Police remind residents to not allow anyone into your home unless the person provides valid forms of ID or employment credentials. Switching gears, growing up, I was a terrible Boy Scout. I only had 1 merit badge, but I did love archery. I wonder how I would stack up in this upcoming archery competition. Hashtag Robin Hood.
We're in your community today, and we're talking about an event that's coming up. It's the 3rd annual archery competition, and I'm here with Tim Samick and Dennis Gant. So thanks for joining us to tell us about this event that's coming up here in Greater Hazleton. So Dennis, I'll start with you. Tell us what the event is.
This is an event that we're doing to benefit the Hazleton Archery Club as part of Wild Bow Hunting. The club's in need of new targets, in growth in membership, and funds to help maintain the facility. It's the only facility in Pennsylvania that's open 7 days a week to members and the public. And we want to help them be able to raise funds to improve the already beautiful course and facility that they have.
Okay, Wild Bow Hunting. I know a lot of people have heard about it, but some have not, so tell us what that's all about.
Wild Bout Hunting is a television show that Dennis and I started back in 2006, and we've been filming our hunts since then, and it kind of died down for a couple of years. We went our different ways for a little while. I moved out of town, we came back, we reconnected, and we've started everything all back up again, and we're really fired up about it. Looking to air on the Pursuit Channel in 2016.
Very good, and we'll talk about that later on FYI in the later weeks here on FYI. Now, we are looking for sponsors for this event that's happening Sunday, September 21st. Again, it's to benefit the Hazleton Archery Club. And how can people become a sponsor, and what opportunities do they have?
We have a couple different options that people can contact us about to sponsor. They can either call myself or Tim, and we'll have our numbers available for you here to sponsor. But we have monetary sponsors where we're doing a trick shot. And we can't tell you what the trick shot is because you have to wait and come to the event that day. But that's a $250 sponsor. We already have one business, which is actually our producer, who's helping sponsor that, but the more the better. And then also we have $50 target sponsors where you can have a sign with your business name, just like a golf tournament, at each target that the archers are going to be shooting at throughout the day. And then we're also looking for prize donations. Any company that has a product that you feel would be a great donation that we could use as a door prize that day, we accept those as well.
All right, again, the date is Sunday, September 21st. You can become a sponsor in a variety of ways. You can call Tim or Dennis, and it's to benefit the Hazleton Archery Club. You're watching FYI, we're in your community.
Archery is so cool. Thanks, Janine. We're getting ready to take a break, and before we do, I want to let you know that Dave Seaman, the sports editor from the Standard Speaker, is on the Sportscast today, and we'll talk about week 1 of the high school football season and make our Penn State UCF predictions. After this break, Janine and Tamara have more home decorating tips. What's the Sense is next.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
All the kids are going back to school, so what's the sense? We have some great projects for you every Wednesday. We're with Tamara here at the Sage Exchange in downtown Hazleton. And you know, you never know what you find while you're walking or while you're running, right?
Exactly.
Because we
know
found
that.
some really cool windows that someone was getting rid of, and Tamara stops and she's like, I need those on the way back from our run. So she picked these up, right?
And she thought I was crazy.
And I'm like, what the heck are you going to do with these?
But we actually got 8 of them, I think. And I have them here, and I have a couple good ideas that you can use with old windows.
Okay.
Okay, first thing is chalkboard paint.
Okay.
It comes in a spray, and it also comes in a can, a brush-on. Actually, the brush-on is a little bit thicker. It's better for a wall. This is great for like projects like spraying wine bottles or doing like
The windows.
lighter stuff,
Okay.
windows. But this is better for if you're going to paint a wall, or I've seen your island in your kitchen and all done in
neat.
chalkboard for the kids.
Okay.
So what I did, this was a picture frame. I just chalkboard painted that just to show you that it can be on any porous surface. Usually you have to do 2 coats of it. This was one of the windows. We
Look at
chalkboard,
that.
And my grandson Owen's going to do a project with this one.
Nice.
And we'll show you the end results of that.
Okay.
And then this thing right here,
His book bag.
back to school, my 3 favorite words. This thing tormented me as a mother.
Yes.
I hated this thing, and I actually had a psycho moment where I went and whipped them all down the street, threw them out the door because they were always laying around and I hated it.
Right.
I think with back to school, the best thing, most important thing is organization. And what I did here
I love
is
this.
I took an old window, I chalkboard painted it, and I did that hodgepodge.
Okay.
You just take your paper, glue it on, glue over it,
Right.
hang your book bag, put your kid's name on it. You could put some clips here, tie their lunch money to it, organize.
So they all have their own space.
Right. My kids would have their stuff in their book bag, no communication. I'd be like, oh, you didn't sign my papers, you didn't do this. It's a great place to just have a space for your child. That's their responsibility. If it's not here,
Oh,
how
well.
else do you know?
Okay.
So that was one of these windows that we found on the road.
I love it. So much you can do with that, that paint for the chalkboard paint. What are we talking about next week?
Next week will be the door project. We actually have a door project in town that we have about 2 more weeks to finish that. I still have doors, so I have a little bit of a project to talk about with the doors.
All right, check her out on Facebook. It's the Sage Exchange, and join us every Wednesday right here on FYI.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Hey, look, we got two churches in one weather shot. That's Annunciation Parish at St. Gabriel's in Hazleton, the two steeples, and then in the middle, that's Holy Rosary Church. I looked closely at this shot and it was so hot from the pavement in the parking lot that it distorted the image a little bit. Will the heat continue? Let's see. Here's our local weather forecast from the National Weather Service tonight. 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 9 p.m. and then a slight chance of showers between 9 and 11 p.m. The low will be 56 degrees. Thursday, it's going to be sunny. The high will get up to 72 degrees. The low at night will be 54. Friday, another nice day, kind of similar. The high 73. The low at night will be mostly cloudy, low of 56. Saturday, we jump up to 78 degrees on a partly sunny day. 62 is the low at night. And then on Sunday, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. The high 83 degrees at night. Again, 40% chance of those showers and thunderstorms. The low will be 62 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
Today, I'm pleased to welcome State Representative Tara Toohill to our studios. I know you have a big event coming up this Saturday. You're hoping for good weather and a lot of people to come out.
We are hoping for good weather. We're having our 4th annual golf tournament. It's going to be at Sand Springs this year, and it's a 1 o'clock shotgun. So anyone out there that's not signed up to golf or not signed up to come out for dinner, you can get in touch with us and sign up and come out and golf at Sand Springs.
And if you don't have the ability to golf or you don't choose to golf, you can still come out.
And we do have dinner at about 6 o'clock. We have Kira Duo. Kira is from Hazleton. She's a wonderful singer. She's going to be performing. We have raffles and tricky trays and prizes. And it's our one major fundraising event that we're having this year. So if you're out there and you want to come out and support us, we would love to have you.
And you said your major fundraising event for your campaign. But this year you're fortunate because come November, we're going to see your name on both sides of the aisle on the election ballot.
Yes, we are running as the Republican and the Democrat on the ticket because we were elected by both parties. So it usually doesn't happen. It's very rare that we get to have that in November. But I still do ask the people out there for votes. And if they need anything, please come into the office. If you're unable to come in, you can definitely call us. We'll help you over the phone. We'll help you through email and research things for you or try to get whatever you need done.
What did that mean to you to know that you got the nomination from both parties?
It meant a lot, I think, because we had 2 really tough elections, and now this third one, we have support, and people are happy with the job that we're doing. We're working on crime issues. We worked on more funding for the Hazleton Police, bringing in the mobile crime unit. We've worked on street cleanups, cleaning up gang graffiti. We have a downtown revitalization that's going on before our eyes. We have a lot of really, really good things going on, and I've been working hard in all of those areas. I have a staff that's very, very helpful. And they help particularly the senior citizens with issues with handicap, disability, their rent rebates, property taxes, all of those things we work really hard on. So I think it's a support that, hey, listen, please keep doing what you're doing, and that's what we intend to do.
And then one last reminder, the golf tournament again is taking place this Saturday, August 30th at Sand Springs with a 1 o'clock shotgun. Yeah. If anybody has questions or anything wants to know more, where do they call?
They can call Sand Springs, and we actually have on the flyer, we have the number, it's 788-5845 for Sand Springs, that they'll take you for dinner or that you can come for a shotgun at 1 o'clock.
Thanks, Lisa. Now here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. The daily number 042, also the answer to life, the universe, and everything from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The big four 0682, Quinto 62285, Treasure Hunt 2, 3, 12, 19, and 25. Celebrate Dave Day when we come back on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
It's a very special Dave Day on the Sportscast, as Dave Seaman, the sports editor from the Standard Speaker, is here, and we're talking about week 1 of the football season for high school football and college football. And Dave, when we did our preview here at FYI for the Hazleton area Cougars, one word we really hit on was energy. The preview was pretty much all about the energy around the program, some young coaches, putting energy back into this team, trying to get back to their winning ways. First Friday night for Mike Brennan, and you said there should be a buzz in the air around Harmon Guy Stadium.
It usually happens for the season opener, where you have a lot of excitement generated throughout the community. Especially this year, there's a new team, a lot of new players for the Cougars. So we'll see what happens, but it's a good chance for the Cougars to get on a strong start. I think that's important for them to get off to a strong start, not only for themselves, for a program, for Coach Brennan to build that program, but to get the community excited again. I think that's an important component in the whole rebuilding process, and then they could feed off one another.
And an interesting point, and Coach Brennan said this is a Coughlin team where up front it's going to be very important. That's going to be a huge battle. And he said we're not as big, but we are athletic at that position. What will you be looking for in Friday night's game?
I think some consistency. I think the Cougars have to get some consistency, moving the ball up and down the field to get the confidence. They need some confidence. And defensively, they have to show that they can stop the Crusaders as they try to. And the Crusaders are rebuilding too at their skill positions too, so they're going to be seeing what they can do. And I think the Cougars are going to be looking for improvement through the course of the game and from one game to the next as the season wears on.
Very interesting in the Anthracite Football League, an expanded Anthracite Football League. Interesting scheduling now. We have Shenandoah. They will be playing the new team in the conference, Blue Mountain, and Monoy area. They'll be playing Lehighton, another new team in the Anthracite League. An interesting schedule, Dave. You told me they'll be playing one non-conference game, the rest all conference games for the Anthracite League. Let's talk about the expanded league a little bit.
I think it's good for Blue Mountain and for Lehighton. Now they know who they're going to be playing every game. A lot of those schools played teams in this area, especially Lehighton. They always started with the Tamaqua, Panther Valley, so they're used to playing some of the teams in this league. The smaller schools, it might be tough in the beginning for the Monoy area and the Shenandoah Valleys going against bigger schools like Blue Mountain, Lehighton, but they've played against North Schuylkill before, teams of that nature. So the expanded Anthracite League is going to be good for the fans because it expands the whole region brand of football into different parts of the area, and it's always been an exciting brand of football.
There's an interesting quote from Wally Hall when we did the North Schuylkill preview saying this is going to help colleges looking at the programs in the Anthracite League. He said bringing in bigger schools like this, Blue Mountain, Lehighton, maybe more college coaches taking a look at those athletes. Dave, let's talk Penn State football really quick. They're playing University of Central Florida in Ireland. Lee Corso says that the Knights are going to wax the Nittany Lions. What do you think, and who do you have winning this game?
I don't see UCF waxing Penn State. They didn't last year in Happy Valley. They played very well. That was a strong team, though. The Knights lost a few pieces from that team. Of course, Penn State's thin in the offensive line, so it's going to become a battle on the line of scrimmage. And if Penn State can get a little bit of push from their new offensive line, run for some yardage, get the running game established, I think the Lions could stay in the game. And I see a close game by a field goal. I'd say Penn State wins by a field goal.
All right, you know what, Dave, you're swaying me a little bit. I came into this, actually leading into the season, I have this as a loss for Penn State, but I do agree. I have to see Penn State's offense. Last year, Penn State hung around with UCF. Blake Bortles, really the difference in that game. He's not there anymore. UCF does return their leading receiver, but I'll tell you what, someone posted online about that Lee Corso comment and asked me what I think, and I said it was going to be hack to Geno Lewis all day long, and that there would be an interception by Adrian Amos, a pick six, and Ficken for the win. So you know what? I'll go with the Nittany Lions by that field goal. I'm going to back Dave on this one and say that on air, even though I originally had it as a loss. This Friday, Dave, Standard Speaker football preview, you said will be coming out in the paper. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
It's a whole comprehensive look at the 8 teams that we have in our coverage area. There are rosters, there are schedules, interesting tidbits, stats from last year where Steve Stallone does a fabulous job keeping stats and team stats, individual stats. So they'll be appearing in the paper. There'll be some college previews, some NFL features in the special edition, and we're excited. It takes a lot of hard work to put it together, but we think the people will enjoy reading it and using it as a keepsake.
All right, so check that out and make every day Dave Day. You can check out archive newscasts of FYI online at ssptv.com. It's Wednesday, and here's some delicious alliteration. It's signature steak night at Bottlenecks. All of their signature steaks are only $9.95 plus bottomless soup and salad for only $2.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, members of the Tamaqua Volunteers Community Initiative Group are holding their monthly drop-off and community giveaway this Saturday, August 30th. The event is held at the M&M Self-Storage Facility, and drop-off time is from 8 to 9 a.m. Most items are accepted. For info, call 570-668-1234. Our next announcement, the Hazleton YMCA Golf Tournament will be held Friday, September 12th at the Sugarloaf Golf Club. Golfers are needed for this 1 p.m. shotgun start. Costs just $80 per golfer, and all proceeds benefit the Hazleton YMCA. For info about this event, call 570-455-2046. And finally, the Pennsylvania Theater Performing Arts will be presenting Titanic the Musical, September 19th through the 21st and 26th through the 28th. The show will be held at the J.J. Farrar Performing Arts Center in downtown Hazleton. For information or tickets, check out ptpashows.org or call 570-454-5451. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of William E. Bartkus of Harley. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes, and call Smilax for all of your special events. 570-454-0111.
My name is Leanne Falabelle. I'm the Vice President of Marketing at the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, and today I'm going to talk about a Schmoozapalooza event. We host these events quarterly, and they are very well received by our chamber members. Our next one is going to be taking place on Thursday, September 11th. We'll be at Vesuvio's in downtown Hazleton, and they're held from 11:30 until 1 p.m. So it's right at lunchtime. Everybody has to take a lunch break anyway. So we encourage our chamber member businesses to take part in these events, and what they are very structured networking events. So everybody really has an opportunity to meet each other one-on-one and introduce themselves, introduce their businesses. It's a relaxed, casual environment, but you do get a lot of business done in that hour and a half that you're there. You get to share your information, promote yourself, your business, your services, and we really do encourage our members to take part in this event. As I said, they're very well received. And if anybody would be interested in participating in this type of an event, which is coming up again September 11th, you can simply contact our chamber office at 570-455-1509, or you can register on our website. You just go to our calendar of events and click on the event date, hazletonchamber.org.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Teresa Piccola of Hazleton. Teresa, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
Tomorrow on FYI, we wrap up our football previews with the Tamaqua Blue Raiders, so get ready for that. Remember, breaking news, standardspeaker.com and facebook.com/FYI News 13. Take it easy, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.